Hello there, Aries. Welcome back to my Tarot Nook. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing wonderful and amazing. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for being awesome and amazing and for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I sincerely do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I do variety style readings. I started posting around September. You can check out my playlist if you'd like. I'd like to continue to grow with everyone here, so feel free to know that you're welcomed. Your comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, everything is super supported or supportive and appreciated, and it means a lot to me. But ultimately, I would like to do a lot more kinds of additional variety readings, and so keep talking to me, keep letting me know the things that you'd like to see or know or find out. I am working on building a website. I should also be doing personal readings soon. Next few months, I'll have everything established for that, hopefully. So keep that in mind. And that's where things are with me on my channel. So I love you all so much for subscribing. Hit that notification bell. I do post regularly on here. The second thing I wanted to say is, yes, this is a safe space for everyone. So definitely, be supportive of one another. If you're a cross watcher, I do direct readings here. So if anything you find upsetting or frustrating, feel free to return a later time if you would like. All right, so Aries, for this reading, it's going to be a no contact reading. We're going to see where things are between you and them and where things are for you together and separately. What's on your mind, what's going on with you and your feelings, and what messages you need to tune into. But before I start with that, I'm going to pull an energy for you from the universe as it relates to your no contact situation and see what your higher self and the universe wants you to kind of focus on in terms of your own well-being. All right. And then, oh, well, here we go. So we have release your critical voices within. So Aries, you need to be very nice and kind to yourself, okay? When a critical inner voice says, I'm not enough or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter it with, this is not true. Focus on loving thoughts instead, okay? So don't put yourself down and don't speak to yourself or think in a way that puts you in that negative state, because then your energy is negative and the universe will energetically, the universe really will, the negative energies will work with you. And when the energy is positive, the positive energies will work with you. I know it's easier said than done. It's like, oh, so many people all over the world on social media will say all the same stuff, and we're like, why do we all sound the same? It's really what you end up believing and how you choose to intentionally work with yourself to heal and to grow. And so you need to be kind and loving to yourself is really the message here, okay? Can't be critical. People are critical around you, and then on top of that, you're critical on yourself, and you're like, yeah, I agree, and I am this, and no, you're not. You're actually not. It's what you're telling yourself, all right? So, and if you are, for whatever reason, you still want to feel strongly about being critical towards yourself, then fix yourself, all right? And then that's also equally important, but you gotta live in a loving way, in a positive way, because the negative is going to lead to negative loop. All right? That's, agree with me or not? Like, I think so. Okay, so this one wants to pop out. We're gonna leave that there. Let's see what's going on with my beautiful Aries and this energy that they're in no contact with, and what's going on with both of them, please. Let's see the messages. How are my beautiful Aries? How are my babies doing? I love you all so much, Aries. I don't know why, but whenever I say Aries, my heart always like feels very open. I always feel like you guys are very, very, strong-willed and stuff, but sometimes things can hit hard for you as well. So positive thoughts from my beautiful Aries, where things are with Aries and their loved one right now during this no contact situation, the person that they care about so much. All right. Wow, this card. You're my second reading, and this card literally just showed up for Pisces. What? And for Pisces, Aries was popping in. You too. Don't tell me there's something going on with some of you. If I see if there is, let me know. But that would be a wild one. All right. So we also have divine timing. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Healing. And we also have mystery. And just for funsies, because why not? Fear, suspicion, uneasy, afraid, and scared. All right. You need to let go of the critical voices, okay? If there's a friend zone right now, or if there's anything, or if even there's a semblance of potential friendship to even happen between you and this energy, you need to be kind and good to yourself. All right, this card was meant for you, so I'm going to start with that. I do feel like there's honestly like a specific intentional intervention here taking place between you and this energy. Some of you specifically may need healing, or they may need to actually heal from life trauma, or I'm fixing the camera again, or some sort of situation where the love is there and it's great, but it's not healthy love. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, trust has been a major problem. Somebody could again be in a place where they could have habits or specific things that they need to seriously focus on to be in a better place or be better together. Okay, now there's a lot of kind of unknowns. Really, there's a lot of unknowns here, and I feel like the unknowns are coming from a place where somebody needs to heal. So there's no answers. Okay, progress might not have an answer, an update right now for some of you. Some of you, you may be separated apart. Some of you could be blaming yourselves for something that happened or did not happen, or for doing or not doing something. Like, you might really be actually harder on yourself than you need to be. But I do feel like there's just something that somebody was not honest to you about, or somebody that did not reveal something to you that they may needed to have, you know, revealed or been open or untruthful about. I'm not necessarily feeling it's something good or bad. It's just that you are in a place where time apart is important or necessary or mandatory for some of you. Okay, see here. Now, this is a no contact reading, so some of you, the both of you, could be in a place where healing is just healing from the situation that you guys are separated from. All right, I feel like for a lot of you, maybe just you know, just having some type of connection here might be necessary. Maybe even if you just wanted to be friends, but right now it's kind of unknown. It's unknown. All right, let's see what's going on with you and this person, Aries. So King of Pentacles in reverse. This is a Virgo energy. We also have the Ten of Pentacles, okay, and that's in reverse. This is also Virgo. We have the Hanged Man in the upright position. This is a water sign. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is a Pisces energy. The King of Swords in the upright. Okay, King Gemini here. Gemini with some Taurus. We also have the Death or Rebirth here, which is a Scorpio card. Death card in the reverse. And the Knight. Okay, I was like, what? The Knight of Wands is here. Leo, Cancer. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. This card also showed up for Pisces, but it was in this position right here. Y'all, this whole thing, I swear to God, is stressing me out. I don't know if it's my table that's crooked, if it's my camera, my tablecloth. I hope. Okay, whatever. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Essentially here, you know, there's again Taurus, Aries energy. I feel like I'm gonna speak like it's you. There is an energy here. You're walking away from something. It's something that's not, you know, as rewarding as it may have been, or, you know, I feel like for a lot of you, you could be a male energy, to be honest. This could be a male energy towards whomever, but I feel like, you know, you're protecting yourself, you're guarding yourself, you're walking out with whatever, you know, your whatever dignity, strength, power, support, stability that you have with yourself. You're packing whatever you can on your back and walking off with that. I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, there's a desire here to kind of, you know, grow something or harvest something with an energy, but it's just there's a sense of concern about reliability. You know, I feel like you're a very patient and stable energy in that sense when it comes to this relationship or situation. But I do feel like there could be some type of extravagance or an essence here where somebody is, again, not paying attention to what either they need or what they're leaving behind. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're just you're almost like done complete with that, but it was a necessary walk. Okay, so walk away at any cost was probably what I'm getting is what you had to probably do. Not no drama, but the situation and the type of healing that's necessary, or just kind of the mending of the wounds that, you know, the something here did not necessarily kind of work in your favor with this energy, and I feel like they may have hurt you on multiple levels, you know what I mean? Now the King of Pentacles here, overall energy, is in reverse. So I don't know, I feel like there's a sense of material loss. Again, I feel like walk away at any cost. Some of you may have had to leave this energy. You may have been with them a while. You may have been in a domestic connection, a relationship, whatever. It could be financial. It could be whatever it is. But you kind of are cutting some losses to have to walk away because it's important. Things are still very confusing. Things are still very up in the air. I do feel like, you know, this whole like fear, you know, there's a fear and worry about, you know, being alone or feeling uneasy about the situation, or just maybe a little afraid. But there's ghosting here, and there's just literally like ghosting. We also have ex-lovers. Okay, so there's just everything here isn't kind of in a place where it's more thinking about the past, thinking about this ex. There's a ghosting going on. I don't know, I might have to do a ghosted reading or something. I haven't done that in a long time. Anyways, so it just, again, it feels like the alignment is here. I do feel like whatever's going on, loyalty has been questioned. Both loyalties could have been questioned. Yours to them to you. Again, see, we just have this one coin here. We have this one coin or a shield. So everybody here is guarding kind of like what they have and kind of playing it out that way. And I feel like the overall energy is kind of talking about places where things are just unable to kind of get past the present. Like somebody's not seeing things long term. The vision is lacking. The ability to kind of, again, the unknown continuously pops. And then this is a Virgo, and then the unknown Virgo kind of align a little bit, you know, kind of keeping things close to the chest, so to speak. So this can be about you or to them or both of you right now. So during this no contact, like there's a lot of reflection taking place. I do feel like there could be just a lot of wisdom from this, but there's also been a lot of pain, some kind of loss. All right, so I do feel like there's an energy that's very, very self-centered in that sense. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is here. How is this making you feel? Where are things putting you right now? Well, again, a Virgo energy showing up. So again, it could be you if you have Virgo in your charts. Of course, I'm talking to Aries. But or it could be how you're feeling towards this person that is a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just going to have to put it out there. Communication has been the hardest thing here. And I feel like the struggle here is that, you know, maybe you got to kind of got to see the darker side of things, maybe see how money or what money does to people, or how, you know, maybe somebody was just kind of using or abusing the financial rewards that are around, or the support in that sense, because it just feels like a lot of the stuff kind of defaulted back to, you know, losing financial ruin to some degree, or just, again, just, what we're calling it here, what was it called? I felt like it was over here somewhere. Well, anyways, the word's escaping me now. But the Ten of Pentacles also kind of talks about the ending of that, okay? Somebody, I feel like a lot of you are blaming yourselves. Like I said, oh my gosh, I really feel like you're blaming yourselves here. And release the critical voices within. So you're going to have to, it takes two. You're going to have to, if you're Aries, if you're kind of putting yourself in a place where you're kind of questioning or doubting, I feel like maybe at least own half of it, but don't like kind of own 80% of it or more than half of it, because you're putting yourself in that negative space. But I do feel like a lot of you, whatever loss or separation that this is causing, you blame yourself a little more than you should. or you know, you're feeling the like the effects of things here, you know, in that sense. So there's a sense of security here that's kind of fleeting, and a sense of stability and success that's like just fleeting. So everything kind of, you know, it just kind of, and something ended up in kind of a loss or ruin, so to speak, but it ended, so that it's opening the cycle for a new beginning. But in your thoughts, you're not thinking of that beginning yet. You're still kind of holding on to like the problem, or how things, the healing is important. So, but that's kind of like where the hanging on is coming from. Okay, so the hangman, in terms of like how this is making them feel specifically, or where things are for them, I feel like this is a very uncertain energy. They're having a hard time letting go of something. They're not seeing things intentionally, or they're refusing to see things for what they are. This is somebody that I feel thinks that, you know, they're not happy, or it's really tough to make them happy, or they find reasons to complain, perhaps. It's just because they're uncertain and their emotions are not necessarily aligned with the things that they are interested in general. So this is somebody that could kind of, again, become tough to be around, you know, is always asking for time to think, or just not doing their part, or putting answers out there, or even giving reassurances for things. Okay, so this is right now, this is somebody I feel like that may want to act on something, but is holding off on making a decision. This is because they may want to do something important here, but they're not sure of how to approach it. I do feel like some of you, if you know, this is somebody here that is kind of really not, it's like they're tangling themselves, but you know, and ultimately what's on their mind is like the burst of like energy in life is what they want. They want like that experience of it, right? But they don't want to necessarily act on something right now, not necessarily. However, there's a desire to reconcile, but there's total uncertainty which direction to go. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's because somebody here is unsure or uncertain if things will be successful. And it's not like they have to be successful, but it's, again, they'd rather kind of either let go of that than act on it, or they would rather like stay uncertain than act on something. Okay, and that, I feel, again, this is because they lack direction. All right, so this is somebody that can easily be distracted equally, and I feel like because of those reasons, you know, letting go, it's easier for them, but they don't want to like let go of you emotionally, because it's a water card. All right, so the Nine of Cups here, this is, like I said, it's an Aries card. It's in the reverse. This card is also aligned with the planet Jupiter, growth, expansion. In the reverse, it's stagnation, the fruition. Things are not growing. Things did not take off. All right, there's a lot of unrealistic expectations, and that's putting a lot of obstacles on the way, making things very, very challenging for the relationship to thrive. I feel like this is an energy that could have depression, or be in a depressed place, or could not, they just don't see things net positively, or that's again, that's an obstacle. The positivity is lacking in just seeing things in a happy way. There's just, again, a lot of kind of somebody that's either dissatisfied or acting like their needs are not met. And I feel like that's kind of why you end up blaming yourself, or you feel like it could be like your fault for some reason, but it really isn't. It's just that the energy, that's the challenge of the relationship, is whatever those desires are. I don't even think, again, they would know what they are, because they're always uncertain, and they don't. So it's kind of like a play on things, maybe to dodge responsibilities, or maybe to dodge like commitment to goals or something like that. Because in the general sense, it just seems like it works, and so they continuously play that loop. Okay, now what does this relationship or situation need at this time? The King of Swords. Some truth here is necessary. I feel like, you know, truth, clarity, comprehension, anything that brings communication in a very understanding way is super important here for things to kind of happen. But there's a rough energy here, somebody that's always trying to have something to say, and somebody here, I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, this is somebody that can be very like mentally like manipulative at times, or strategic. So it's kind of, the intensity is very strong, and because of that, I feel like this whole situation needs to have like a focused head over heart conversation versus heart over head. So somebody needs to use logic and like like really outwit the other person to kind of get to, like, if there's a discussion, if things need to get better, if the healing is necessary, wounds will need to be, you know, checked on and healed and cared for, not reopened, but they will definitely need to be talked about. The wounds need to be talked about here, okay? I do feel like there's a potential here for, again, deceptions, half-truths, and lies. So the communication, I feel, needs to be honest and open. Otherwise, it's just going to leave things, again, in a place where you're going to be self-critical, or you're going to put yourself in a negative space because of how somebody else is making you feel. I don't necessarily think this is somebody that is intentionally trying to be that way towards you specifically, but I feel like it's an energy that is kind of enabled and allowed, so it's being acted on. Okay, so like boundaries, death and rebirth here. What do you want? Okay, so we have the death card showing up. It's showing up in the reverse. You really, I feel like you really just don't want to be alone, or you have a fear of being alone. And I feel like there's something destructive here is happening for a reason, because I feel like the universe wants you to understand here, truly, Aries, that you can be on your own, or you can function, or not that you're codependent, but you don't need to be in a place where the love is very questionable, or, you know, if somebody's dissatisfied or their needs are being unmet, even if it's your the one that's needs being unmet, you don't deserve to feel that's the place you need to be in for forever and ever. And I feel like the universe is kind of waking you up to that and shaking you up a little bit here. And I also feel like in terms of what you want here, I feel like you really want something positive, time to walk away type of a vibe. But, you know, I don't know if you two are married or something. Again, something's going on, division of assets or something. But whatever it is here, there's a reason for it. It feels like the relationship for a lot of you has ran its course, and I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, you may be hanging on to this person out of love. Really, you're coming across as a very, very, very tolerant person. Your tolerance is actually unmatched from a lot of energies. And again, I feel like I'm speaking to a male energy as well. But ultimately here, I feel like, you know, this is a Scorpio strong card, but it's also, you know, enmeshed with, like, you know, relationship goals. Okay, so I feel like that's why, out of obligation, not because, you know, to them, it's obligation for your own core, your own values and things like that. But this is, I feel like, you know, something here is still you know, might feel like it's finished or done, but I feel like you want to resurface something. I really do feel like after this whole realization and this whole like shift, even if it's been like a long time now since you two are not together, or there's like no contact, or total ghosting, there's something here that I feel like you still are interested in kind of reaching out on, or confronting or talking about to this person. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're not moving forward either. It's kind of like you're almost waiting, or just not. You're like closed right now, closed out. So if you're not waiting for them or whatever, you're not making yourself available to anybody else right now. Now, in terms of what they want, the Knight of Wands here, this is an action-based card. This is a Leo strong card. This is somebody that's definitely in their ego quite a bit, but this is somebody here that is also willing or interested in taking a risk. I feel like they really do want to reach out and communicate to some degree, like in a very fast acting way, but this is somebody that's soul searching. So remember here, you know, we're talking about they don't know what they want, and they're not sure, and they're uncertain, but they want to let go, but they're not wanting to really let go emotionally and all that. Well, here I feel like they want to bring some type of passion forward. I don't necessarily think they're going to act on it right away, but this is somebody here that's really living a life where they're figuring out their own truth during this like no contact, but they're also eager and desire to kind of reach out and kind of communicate something here. I feel like there's somebody that is interested in taking some type of a risk, but I feel like that's because that's who they are. Like, you know, they want to come through. They just don't want to come through quietly. Their confidence is strong that for some of you that you'll be able to allow them back into your life. If you're not a divorce situation, even if you are, and that's because they know they have the passion, or they know how to ignite the passion with you, and they know how to make things beat, sing, and dance for the both of you. It's just that sometimes they get into this mood. I do still feel like this card, as much as it is, you know, sometimes action oriented, it does talk about unmet desires and sometimes having a wandering eye. And I feel like that's the biggest problem, like deciding what they want or how they want to like commit, because they feel like they cannot be maybe loyal, or I don't know what kind of relationship or open relationship there could be going on. So ultimately here, this is somebody that does play with their eyes, and sometimes they feel like they need to go flirt and feel like validated elsewhere when you're like right there. So that's everything I'm getting about your current situation with this person. Let me know if it's resonating for you. Of course, I want to say thank you so much for your time. I'm going to pull 3 angel messages for you specifically. These are things that if you have any questions, I wouldn't know what they are. Whatever the answers are, consider that for your message. Okay, specifically for you, Aries. So the first message is we have successes here for you. Okay. We also have if you believe. All right. And we also have be assertive. So yeah, you're definitely going to have to establish some sort of boundary or limitations or something with this energy. But yeah, the king here with the Knight of Wands and the playfulness, and just there's a little bit of dodging going on here. So let's see, what else do we have for you? So Aries, if you did enjoy this reading, please let me know in the comments, or you can let me know how you're doing. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell, share with your friends or on social media if they like tarot. You don't have to just share. Okay. But anyways, also you can let me know how you're doing by claiming this reading and letting me know by typing the word vulnerability. I know it's a really long word, but like, oh my God. So vulnerability also lets me know you stayed with me till the very end, which for that, I thank you so much. And your message here is showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. Okay. So showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.